Good morning. It's Freedom Friday, y'all. We made it. The weekend is upon us. Had to make sure it was Friday. Sometimes doing this working from home business, you forget what day it is. I almost waited too late to even get this in for morning time. So if you're on the East Coast, your fault for being an hour ahead of time because it's afternoon. I still drink coffee afternoon, so it's okay. Freedom Friday. First, let me explain it. I'm sure you've all seen the red clothes, right? Until, I don't know, it's like wear red until everyone comes home or something. Let me look at the exact definition. Remember everyone deployed. That's it, red. And then it just kind of depends on, I guess, your social group, what else you say. I don't know. A lot of people just wear the red for remembering the people that are deployed. I turned it into Freedom Friday because they always wear red on Fridays. I don't know why. Maybe just to start their weekend off being grateful. Anyway, so I started Freedom Friday back in 2020. I was teaching middle school science and coaching Friday night football. And of course, on Friday, what do we really want to do? We want to be going over game plan, make sure the script is good. You know, we have other stuff. Watching some film, making sure we didn't miss on anything, which now that I've been at it a little longer, I probably won't watch their film that long. Maybe some practice film. There's no reason for me to be watching the opponent's game film on Friday before we play them. Some of our practice film probably what I'll watch now. We didn't record practice back then, so I didn't have it anyways. But just looking over plays, see what looks good, what doesn't. That's what I use my Fridays for. So that first year I was teaching and coaching, I made up Freedom Friday. May have even been the second year. I can't fully remember. But Freedom Friday. So basically I just tell the kids, look, we're going to have up to 10 Freedom Fridays, especially in that first semester of school. And you won't do anything in this class. You can use it for makeup of homework, whatever. And Freedom Friday became a thing that kids look forward to, and I definitely used. I have always spoke with my admin to make sure they're good with it because you are taking 10 days out of the week. But I learned very quickly that admin wastes a lot of days with whatever they're calling it. PD days, I guess. I don't know. I've been in front of some people that I would, what's that? You don't take criticism from people you wouldn't ask advice of, and that's kind of what I felt like in those situations. Like, I would never ask this person about how to run my classroom, but someone is paying them a lot of money to come teach us. So the PD days often were a waste anyways. So I just made up my own free days, Freedom Fridays. So if you're not using something like that, there you go. There's the idea. So that's what Freedom Friday is for me today. Let's go to football. Let me get us transitioned over to Huddle here. So what we're talking about today is the new NFL. I don't know where here we go. The new NFL kickoff rules. So I didn't watch that much XFL. I watched some. Dominic Franks, someone I consider a friend, was coaching with the Generals. I guess their first year back. Of course, Bob Stoops is down in Arlington, so it's been fun watching those teams. But I didn't go out of my way to watch an XFL game, which sounds stupid because it's in the spring. We don't have anything else going on anyway. I should have just been watching. But I did. So I do remember the kickoffs being different. I don't guess I realized all the rules, and so I don't know if you guys know them either, but we're going to talk about it a little bit today. If you have questions, I think you can type in the chat, or if you have more, if you want some input, because I don't know all this for sure. So yes, the kickoff is going to be weird. The first thing that I noticed is that there's onside kick ruling is only if you're down, only in the fourth quarter. You only get 2 attempts at onside kicks. I guess 2 onside kick plays, because if the ball falls off a tee or whatever, that doesn't count against your attempts. But 2 completed onside kick attempts per game. There's no surprise onside kicks anymore. So everything has to be, you have to tell the ref beforehand. And I haven't even seen a setup like what it looks like. If it looks the same, I don't know. I don't know if it's 10 yards, if it's 15 yards. So the onside kick is something that's either I did a little bit of research and I haven't found any information on it. So maybe I just didn't find it. If you know, let me know, so that so we're all kind of in the same boat. But this is the layout. And so the kicking team is on the bottom here in my little preview. And the ball must be kicked from their own 35-yard line. But all of their players will be, with 10 players, have to have at least 1 foot on the line of the opponent's 40-yard line. The return team has to line up between the 30 and the 35 with 7 out of 9 players. Let me restate that. At least a minimum of 7 players must have their foot on the 35-yard line. You can have a maximum of 2 returners in the landing zone, which is from the 20-yard line going in. Now, because Huddle doesn't allow me to do this much field and see the end zone, obviously the end zone is a different animal. But so there you go. So rules: if the ball does not clear the 20-yard line, it's considered an out of bounds, and the ball goes to the 40. So you're automatically giving the opponent the ball at the 40. If the ball goes into the landing zone, rolls out of bounds, the ball goes to the 40. If the ball goes into the landing zone and rolls into the end zone, there has to be an attempt made to return it or downing it. So if it lands in the landing zone, you return it, you get the ball at the 20. The same thing if it rolls into the end zone. Now, I'm not even sure if you can down it if you catch it between the 20 and the 0. I think you have to attempt the return. So they're forcing you to, the whole thing was like, we're going to mitigate tackles and stuff like that. But it seems like they're going to force you to return that ball. If the ball lands in the end zone and stays in bounds, it has to be returned or down, and then the ball comes out to the 30. So I've watched quite a few podcasts and stuff over it. Coffee, hang on. And it seems like the expected average after watching all of the NFL, or excuse me, the XFL, UFL, whatever games use this kickoff, the average starting line is going to be the 28 or 29-yard line. So if you grab the ball and you return it, your average is going to be the 28 or 29 or touchdown, which is very wild. This is kind of, it's like playing offense with 10 people, 9 people on the line. You got to get one crease and you're gone. So for the kicking team, it seems like it's more beneficial to just kick it into the end zone every time and then start the ball or the possession at the 30-yard line. Because what you're risking is either you're going to win 1 to 2 yards, so you would start at the 28 or 29 anyway, or you're going to give up a touchdown, which seems crazy. Like, why? That's not, there's no win-win there for the kicking team. Just kick it out of bounds and let the game start at the 30. Now, I think that's what they want. I'm almost certain that that's what they're going to want. I'm pretty interested to see what the onside kick is going to look like, because I guess the fact that you have to be losing the game to use it is a little bit wild. Of course, me coming from the Joe Daniel tree, kind of the onside at every time, like, you need to get back one of those out of 4 or something. It's like one a ball game and you're doing good, right? So I don't know. With no surprise onside kicks, you have to call it. You have to be losing. I guess that mitigates a lot of injuries, but I can't remember the last time I saw an injury on kickoff. If some of y'all remember one, please do let me know, because I can't remember one. Anyway, new NFL kickoff rule. I don't know that I'm for it. I'm anxious to see what the NFL owners do. I'm anxious to see if it costs anybody a ball game, whether that be the ball landing short. What if the ball lands on 21 and now you give it to them on the 40? It's immediately blown dead. That's going to be pretty crazy. So there we go. New rules. Kind of the what ifs. Don't kick the ball out of bounds anymore. That's for sure. And then I still think the target is the end zone. All right, guys. Let me know what y'all think. Put some thingies over there. You can share this on Twitter. If you're watching on YouTube, comment, if this is something you look forward to coming down to the high school ranks, because it'll be here, 5 years maybe? NFL runs it this year. NCAA will pick it up in a couple. And then you have a lot more teams kind of getting some looks at it, and then we'll see if it comes down to the high school level. I hope it doesn't, but we'll see. All right, boys, it's been fun. Enjoy your Friday. I'm pretty pumped. Weekend's going to be good. We'll see y'all again on Monday.